When we come into this world, we all have a starting point. We all basically come from a clean slate. We learn things from our primary caregivers, especially in the first, 6 to 7 years of our lives. And then as we go out into the world, we go to school, we may interact in sports or the arts or whatever it may be. We start to have those social interactions which also start to teach us things about the world around us and possibly even about ourselves, our behaviours, how people experience us if we listen to the cues and the feedback that we receive from people. But how often are we actually open to learning about something new? How often are we open to learning about something that we don't understand? And in that regard, how comfortable are we with actually admitting that we may not know about something, that it's not in our wheelhouse, something we've never experienced? I'm sure we've all had an experience where we've asked someone something, do you know about such and such, or do you understand about this? And we will often get the, yeah, I do. And meanwhile, they actually don't know about it, don't understand it. Sometimes there can be reasons why we won't admit that we don't know about something or we don't understand it. Sometimes that can just be the environment that we're in. If we're in front of a group of people, we may not feel comfortable admitting that we don't know about something. We need to be a bit vulnerable, and we can have that fear of possibly looking a little bit, stupid, not smart. And the fear that may come with that of, other people looking at us differently because we don't know. I mean, we've all got different experiences, right? There's all things that, we may have experienced that other people may not. It also could come down to the leadership as well. If the leader is open to the fact that someone may not know about something, the way they interact with their immediate, their direct reports, can have an impact on how comfortable direct reports are with saying, look, I don't understand that. The other thing too, though, is there something around, as we get older, are we possibly, not everyone, but as we get older, do we sort of start to think, I know enough, don't want to learn anything else, I'm fine the way I am, and my viewpoint on the world, and that's what I'm willing to stick with. Because I'm actually experiencing some conversations recently where it seems to be that the fingers being pointed at the younger generation, in that they know everything, they can't be told anything. And look, is that really isolated to the younger generation? That can possibly be across the board, right? We can all be guilty of that, thinking we know exactly about everything, and we know all there is to know, and possibly can't be told sometimes. I know I've been in that boat. Because the reality is that, everyone has an opinion. They're all important. I will often say that at the beginning of programs that I'm facilitating, that, we've all got opinions, and they're all important, and let's hear them, because who knows what we will learn from each other. There's always that possibility. Doesn't mean we'll always agree, but at least we might be exposed to some new thinking that we just haven't even thought about. But then there's always those times there where, people might, truly think they're an expert on a subject. And I've had this recently in a program I was facilitating where one of the attendees kept talking about a certain aspect, teams want such and such, and said this throughout the whole program. But the impression I was getting was that person, yeah, okay, they might be right, teams do want this certain thing, but they didn't really know how to deliver that and how to provide it. So that's that difference between having an opinion and actually being an expert. And I suppose that comes back to, not only being willing to learn about something, but are we also willing to listen? That's we get so used, we all would have seen it where we can be in different environments, different discussions, meetings, whatever it might be. Someone's really trying to drive home, their view of something without actually wanting to stop and listen to other points of view. And especially when you've got a group of people, there are going to be different schools of thought in the room. And it's not about one winning over the other. It's about coming to a common understanding and a common ground, especially when we're trying to make decisions about things, where we've considered all the thoughts in the room, and even then some, because there may be other points of view that, aren't there, that we actually need to listen to. So a couple of questions for you. How open are you to learning? Are you happy to stay in your comfort zone, or are you happy to step outside that and not only learn, something new, but also, just that listening to other points of view? And besides that, do you know why you possibly do shut out learning or hearing other perspectives? What might be lurking in the background that stops you from doing that? Because, while we're still breathing, while we're still cognizant, we have the ability to learn new things, different ways of looking at things, different perspectives. And it only can benefit us and those around us for the better.